Hi teachers, in this video we're going to look at what a student assignment view would look like on Chrome. So it's important to know that things do look a little bit different in the iPad app, but this is kind of what they would see on Chrome. So first of all, if a student is a portfolio student, they would see a home button right here that basically lets them return back to their other assignments that they have within their account. Um, so they have their home button. Then they also have this little 4 dot thing here that allows them to view all of the pages in the assignment at once, and they can kind of scroll through the whole thing, which can be handy if the student is not sure like where they're missing their points on. So there's those 2 buttons. They also will have a bell icon right here that will tell them if they've received feedback. And if they click on it, it will actually show them which slide. And if they click there, they can go immediately to that slide and view their feedback. They also have this swirl button right here. And this swirl button will let them turn that feedback on or off. So the feedback could be stickers, it could be your handwriting, or just anything that has been placed on the screen that was not on the edit screen for all students. That can be helpful for if, for example, when you use the sticker wand, it always puts the stickers in the same place. And so if it's somehow blocking their view, they can use that to take it off. Let's see, another thing that they have access to is there's this place right here where they can raise their hand and it will give them 2 options. It will allow them to ask for help or ask for you to check their work. So they would have to just click on it and then they would have their hand raised there. They also are able to take their hand down if they decide that they no longer need help. And kind of a little bit of a buried feature is the fact that they can actually type questions to you here and you're able to respond kind of back and forth. So if they type a message there, you'll be able to kind of respond to them, which is great for having kind of back and forth conversations. Of course, you could also write on their screens here, but this is kind of a quicker way that doesn't interfere with their work. The last feature that you can see that only appears from time to time is that if you have allowed student helpers, they will end up getting another icon on their banner. So I'm going to go ahead and toggle that on my teacher side. So if I toggle on allow peer helpers, what you'll see is that they'll have this other little icon that'll come here. And so that means that if a student asks for help, they will be able to click here and it'll tell them who's asking for help or who's asking to be checked. Now, it's not going to tell them the name of the person. It'll say something like, a beautiful bird needs help on question 2. So the student who is requesting help, they will be anonymous to their classmates. But if a student chooses to go and help their peer, that peer will actually know who is helping them. So those are some of the different features that students can see on their side. A couple different things just for you to know that are important to clarify for students. If you have students that are using a pen tool, right, and then they go to use these fill in the blanks, the fill in the blanks are always going to be these like little dotted boxes, and sometimes they'll try to like click into them and it won't be working. So often if you see a whole bunch of these like little dots, that means that the student hasn't realized that they're still on their pen tool. So to be able to access anything, Usually, I see this happen most often with fill in the blanks or manipulatives. You need to make sure that they're on the pointer. So on the pointer, they can then click in and they can type whatever that they wanted to, and it will then become solid. So I just kind of tell my students that the only way it can auto grade or it'll record their answer is if they have a solid box. Another thing you'll see students do is that they'll kind of create their own boxes instead of using those fill in the blank boxes. So just trying to clarify that their box should turn a solid color to be able to record their answers. All right, hopefully this helps.